Welcome Hugh to Event TV and congratulations on Les Mis.
Thank you.
What an incredible production this is.
Oh, I'm very proud of it and feel very lucky to be part of it.
With the world's longest running musical, arguably the most loved, most popular musical of all time, do you see taking on a project like this as an absolute privilege or incredibly daunting?
Oh yeah, probably somewhere between the two. No, definitely an absolute privilege. I wanted it pretty badly. I think it really hit me after getting the role. It will take everything from me, you know, and then some. So it's technically a difficult part. Tom wanted to do it all sung. He wanted to do it all live. I was really happy about those choices, but somehow the weight of the role, the literary role as well as the musical role, of course has its moments where you feel daunted.
Well, you mentioned, you threw yourself at it. There's hair growth, there's hair loss, there's weight loss, physically.
Yes, physically it's pretty fun.
And not just for you, for Anne as well, and some of the other characters. I mean, how do you approach something like that mentally when it's such a physical strain on your body?
Somehow it helps. There's a feeling of Les Mis that if you're not somehow really putting yourself on the rack, then you're not really going there, you know, because that's what the character's about. We started and I was at about 83 kilos, about the smallest I've been probably since high school, and then I finished at 97 kilos when I was 20 years later as the mayor. So it got more fun as it went on, let me tell you. Going from 83 to 97 is a lot more fun than going back to 83.
So you got some great co-stars there, and I was reading it was quite a lengthy audition process for each of you. Is that unusual for actors of your calibre? I mean, Anne Hathaway, Russell Crowe, yourself?
Everybody auditioned. You're doing something that's never been done before. You're doing something that's done you want to make sure that you and the director have that confidence you're right for the part. And on top of that, we were singing live. So everything you see, 99.5% of what you'll see in the movie is live singing.
When you're on the mountain, you're literally out of breath.
Absolutely.
You can see it.
You can see, exactly, and you can hear it, and so you have to audition it.
What did you learn from Tom as a director?
Yeah, that's a great question. Tom Hooper, I learned a lot from Tom. And something like Les Miserables, every moment has to be earned. And he understands how to play the long game for a character. If you don't set up that first song, Hugh, he would say to me, if we don't see or believe that by the end of that first soliloquy, when he rips up his parole papers and chooses another life, if we don't see enough fire and enough passion in him, we will never believe that he can become mayor and go right to the end. So all the way through, he's constantly thinking, how do we maintain this incredible arc? He's got a big picture view of the world, you know? So.
Well, you mentioned, I've heard you mention that Anne Hathaway, the first time you saw her in a rehearsal, you thought Academy Award. Her voice is angelic.
We've all heard I Dreamed a Dream. It's probably the most famous song of Les Mis and made very famous by Susan Boyle, right? But when you hear Anne sing it, not only is it beautiful, you hear it for the very first time. You understand the lyrics, you understand what the song is really about.
But the shot is on her face in extreme close-up. And it's one take, isn't it?
It's one of the bravest editorial, directorial decisions I've ever seen, and boy, does it pay off.
So you're talking Academy Award for Anne, but what would it mean for you to be nominated or to win an Academy Award in this role?
I can't even go, I don't even know how to talk about that sort of stuff. It's sort of, I would, you know, of course it would mean tremendously. There's not a person, well, I know there's been a few. I mean, Brando turned it down, didn't he? But to be honest, this film, more than any I've ever done, felt like a piece of theatre in that we were a team. We were together. We rehearsed together for 7 weeks, 8 weeks actually. We were all in there together. And if it got recognition on that level for everybody, would be the most gratifying.
You're so humble. Well, it's been a real pleasure meeting you and chatting to you about the film. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And all the best.